Hey, so I just got finished watching a video by Candace Owens where it was a short, and she was talking about Charlie Kirk and how he was fighting for custody of himself. The amazing thing, one of the amazing things about the video is that you realize that the left had galvanized and driven um, by pressure Candace Owens, Kanye West, and Charlie Kirk into the same circle. Just I don't want to go behind that and to talk about that, but if you that's deep. That's deep. First of all, Christ or reality is going to leak out of all sorts of places where and produce people who insist on reality. And the proponents of delusion, basically Satan. We know Satan. How the hell are you going to go against the creator of the universe, right? That I swear to God, that is like being in the womb and to spite your mother, you cut off the umbilical cord. Come on, come on. I mean, where else could ideas like Marxism come from, right? Marxism is like a baby breastfeeding on the mother with some overgrown arm strangling the mother at the same time. He's like breastfeeding from the mother, like strangling his mother at the same time. It's like wanting to control the thing that actually is upstream from you. Like you're the beneficiary, right? That thing is a blessing to you. It's a boon. It's just coming to you by grace of gravity, like because you're downstream, right? But you have some sort of emotional state where you think something's missing. So you reach upstream and try to control the flow of water to come to you. That's the craziness of Marxism. You want more success to come to you. So you squeeze the shit out of the successful, thereby killing the spirit of success. I mean, like, seriously, if you really just step back, even though you're in the middle of the emotion that is ginned up by the Marxists, you realize it doesn't make sense. And Lucifer was on to that because even Lucifer's, the essence of his angel self is still sustained by the love of God, not to go back on what God had created. God is not going to hate the aspect of himself that was the initial idea of Lucifer the angel. So God still sustains him and he still hates. But I digress. I'm talking about how, insanity has caused Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens, and Kanye to be behind the scenes allies, right? So Candace is talking about how Charlie was referring to a verse of Kanye West, wherein Kanye had said that he was fighting for custody of himself. Now, if you don't know what that really is about, it's about saying what you really believe or being what you really are without the fear of losing something or without the fear of being punished, right? Now, how the fuck do you get all these people um, singing about and communing over the feeling of the fear? So we're not talking about the fear of public speaking. Neither Kanye, Candace, or Charlie had a fear of public speaking. So fuck you if you're going to use that as oh yeah, well everybody has a fear of speaking. No, fuck you. I'm talking about you terrorizing people. I'm talking to the left. You terrorize people, daring them to say the shit that they truly believe in. And what's worse is you sort of would rather make everybody the ostrich with the head in the sand. You actually terrorize people to put their heads in the sand with you so that you don't have to feel the light of the sun or have somebody else cry out in glorious gratitude for the light of the sun. You force them to put their heads in the sand for your inner peace because you're out of alignment with reality. And so it pains you. This is what, when the Bible talks about weeping, gnashing of teeth, and eternal burning, a lake of fire and stuff like this. Let me tell you what that's about. That's about the truth. The truth is fire in the Bible. If you read the Bible and decode it a little bit, the truth is actually fire. Fire hurts you. Fire will continue to hurt you until you repent, until you stop having a war against truth or the reality of God, until you stop having a war against the reality of the way he designed this world. Okay? You're in league with Lucifer when you literally gnash your teeth like the gunman and insist on finding a way to topple reality. All right. So it's oppressive what you guys do. Okay. You make these kids afraid to speak out with your little social cabal where you threaten, they ain't going to get no ass or they're going to get beat up or punked and stuff like this. It's like it's become more and more oppressive, and fuck you for that. Fuck you for that. No, I really mean that. If you don't understand, you and your little clique and you being in the in crowd, fuck your whole in crowd. Okay. Because what you guys do to truth or people who really are fighting for truth and find the glory of it and then want to share it, and then you try to punish them for sharing a good thing that they found, right? Okay, I mean, and fuck you for that. But I digress one more time. So okay, anyway, Kanye had written, "I'm fighting for custody of myself," and that fight is against the threats of self-expression or the threats of, and this is key, sovereignty. It is a fight to retain all forms of sovereignty. Okay, so it's not just fighting for yourself, it's fighting for the right to believe that you are what you are by God. Okay, or in reality, what you are. I am a man, I am God's son. You might say, oh, you're not God's son because you sin. And I'll say, fuck you, I'm God's son. Right? If I have to fight you just to proclaim that I'm God's son, that's what Charlie Kirk means, fighting for custody of myself. But there are a lot of aspects of myself that I might find that I'm fighting you people against. For example, my beliefs. Can I actually stand in simply my beliefs, not your beliefs, not stealing your beliefs, but affirming or being one who believes and not hiding that I'm being one who believes? Why the fuck would I have to fight for that aspect of myself? I tell you, it's because of the oppressive environment that you made. And I know why you made it. Maybe you don't, but maybe you do. It's because you're afraid of the implications of stuff that other people believe. Now, I'm not afraid of homosexuality or transgenderism because nature tends to render judgment on those things, and I don't have to. I could just let you run down the road and you can see where that goes. It may take you a couple of generations, but reality will judge you. You will experience a decrease in benefits. You will experience the accretion of detriments. I don't have to judge you. God is already judging you in how nature um, will squeeze you out. And I'm so confident about that. I don't have to push you out, but you guys know you really can't um, push reality out. So the only way you can hate it is to hate the people whose lives amplify or sing reality. And in that kind of group force that you leftists create, people like Charlie, people like Candace, people like people. I had an experience like that in a church. You know, the church was trying to create a pyramid structure, while the pastor said we were in an era of decentralization. Okay, so if we were in a period of decentralization, why do we have to obey the people at the top of the organization structure if they're not God? So I'm a post-church Christian because of that final drama that I had there. But people were fighting me that I shouldn't believe that I have a direct connect with God. This is 400 years after St. Francis insisted that we all have our own Bibles, that we don't have the church as an intermediary between us and Christ or us and God. So there are fights for sovereignty where people are fighting for custody of themselves. And it was Candace saying that Charlie was lamenting and connecting with Kanye, that it's hard. Okay, it shouldn't be hard, but the demonic makes it hard. And I don't need to search anywhere else for an example of the manifestation of the demonic than to just point fingers at overzealous clergy or the left and how you guys are whipping yourselves into a murderous frenzy as your only recourse to mitigate something you don't like, even if that thing is reality itself. You guys are being driven crazy by the left, who has Satan behind it.